Safaricom ports its M-Pesa platform into Ethiopia, was my piece over the weekend. It has been no secret that Safaricom has been looking to unlock the geographical expansion opportunity. I recall the chairman indicating as much early last year. The story has been on background for a while. In one of its finest financial interventions, DFID, via its Financial Deepening Challenge Fund, awarded Vodafone a grant of nearly £1 million, which was required to be matched by Vodafone to begin developing a product that would leverage mobile phone technology to deliver financial services in East Africa. I recall as if it were yesterday Michael Joseph taking out his phone, walking me through probably the very first iteration of M-Pesa and saying, "We think it will be very sticky. Stickiness is a good thing, you will find." You could say that again. In fact, I recall a time when Airtel came calling and launched an irrational price war. And one of the reasons that price war went down in flames was the stickiness of M-Pesa. Of course, M-Pesa has metasized from being largely an in-country money remittance service. The flow was one where folks working in our cities needed to move money to their families who were dispersed out of town and typically deep in the countryside. M-Pesa was serving a need, and the service at its inception was a leapfrog-level improvement. It was doing the transfer in the now versus maybe a 24 or even 36-hour process of handing your hard-earned moolah to a matatu driver or tout to deliver. Consider how the velocity of money accelerated and how it improved livelihoods at the fringes. MIT has done some outstanding research on the upliftment, in particular at the fringes. Since then, M-Pesa has driven our financial inclusion numbers off the charts, and the M-Pesa economy has grown by leaps and bounds. M-Pesa is integrated with the banks. The PayPal partnership has meant that anyone, anywhere with a Safaricom connection can transact with the world. Many folks talk about democratization, and I can think of no finer example of that characterization. I visited Kakuma refugee camp, the furthest north I'd ever visited. And I kept thinking this place is so far from anywhere, and then I realized, but it's not, because everyone is connected. The velocity of money has surged, and I reckon M-Pesa has added more than 1.5% to the GDP score consistently every year. M-Pesa has been a growth engine. Whenever there's a cash transaction, we see an opportunity. Transaction value in 2017 doubled. We are building the ecosystem to monetize tomorrow, said Satish on the occasion of the release of their full year numbers. M-Pesa full year revenue expanded 14.2% to clock $624 million. Is currently responsible for 27.83% of Safaricom's total revenue. Now, something can be a no-brainer, but it's also about timing your market entry. On the 6th of June, I wrote Safaricom PLC. This can add up to 20% to Safaricom's share price. It's a big deal. Ethiopia is a 100 million market and ripe for the taking for M-Pesa in particular. What has changed in Ethiopia is, of course, firstly the arrival of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, whose arrival I rate as the most consequential arrival of any African politician since 1994, and when Mandela exited prison, and soon thereafter became president of the Rainbow Nation. PM Abiy has made so many pivots it's head spinning, but he has read the writing on the wall when it came to the economy. He saw that notwithstanding the stellar growth numbers, it was running on empty. FX reserves were down to weeks of import cover. He had to make a move, and pronto. I was at lunch that CAPSA hosted for the president of the African Development Bank, Akinwumi Adesina, and we agreed that growth was a silver bullet. And for Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and for his counterpart in Asmara, President Isaias Afwerki, they need growth. It will provide wind in their sails. And what we know is mobile money is seriously stimulative at the grassroots. Reuters reported last week Kenya Safaricom is in advanced talks with the Ethiopian government to introduce its popular M-Pesa mobile money service to Ethiopia, a market of 100 million. Vodafone will license the use of M-Pesa's trade name to an Ethiopian-based bank, while Safaricom will host the servers in Nairobi. Ethiopia's state telecoms monopoly, Ethio Telecom, will carry the service, the source added. Started in 2007, M-Pesa has nearly 30 million users in Kenya. I concluded by saying it is Abiy mania which has opened the Ethiopian door wide open for Safaricom and Kenya Inc., and that it's a singular moment. Safaricom share price data is also on rich wrap-ups, plus the full year results, plus the M-Pesa information.